Well, yeah, I mean, firstly, I was covered in dirt. That was what I was covered in for 6 months.
Why do they hunt her?
She is important.
Apes hunt humans. That is wrong.
This is the 10th Planet of the Apes film. How do you feel about joining like such an established franchise?
It's an honor.
It's an honor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's surreal. We've actually been talking about this a few times today, where it's unbelievable that we're part of this franchise, but at the same time, we formed such close connections, with each other and with Wes and everyone involved.
Joe.
Yeah.
The whole crew.
The whole crew.
Yeah.
Like literally the whole crew. That it feels like a very intimate thing for us. So at the same time as it's, a huge movie and we're part of this incredible legacy, there's also this sense of like kind of a disconnect with that.
Something completely new and fresh, because even though we are fans of the films back to '68, and especially the last trilogy, this feels like something different, new, all different characters, different humans, different apes.
I count myself as one of those people that like loves this franchise, and I grew up on the original, and I love the previous trilogy, and I think when we first attempted this, started this thing, we just wanted to make sure that we had something worthy, a worthy installment in this like long legacy of movies, and we tried hard to stand out and be our own thing, but still kind of be tied to both the original Caesar trilogy and the '68 Charlton Heston original. We'll see if we've done that.
Could you talk a bit about your experience working with motion capture on this film? Because there's very few actual actors on screen when you see the film.
Well, in a weird way, you're actually seeing actors. You know what I mean? Because the truth is, well, it might be assumed to be like animation or something. The truth is, we would go out on location and we'd shoot with all the real actors. It's just it happens to be they've got this digital costume that we don't see when we're filming. So I'm looking at actors through all of our stuff. We're cutting the film like with actors. It's just we have to use a little bit of our imagination while the actors get turned into these amazing CG creations, these apes, So it's a unique process. It's very different. It's very kind of difficult to kind of wrap your head around at first, but by the end of it, I feel like we figured it out, So maybe that'll bode well for the next one,
Welcome to my kingdom.
You play a human, one of the few humans in this film. How different do you think you guys' experience were on set, like with the motion capture for like most of the cast, and then you're there not covered in dots?
Well, yeah, I mean, firstly, I was covered in dirt. That was what I was covered in for 6 months. And I would go home and I'd have patches just where because I couldn't be bothered to take it on and off every day, so because my trousers had holes in them. So I looked like a weirdo for 6 months in a different kind of way, and looked very grubby and slightly concerningly greasy.
It's kind of disturbing to see you like not.
I know
dirty.
everyone who sees me from the film now is just like, wow, you're so clean.
Yeah.
Because they're just used to me being
really weird.
covered in dirt. So that was that, and then I had to also do all my scenes. I'd do it with these guys, and then they'd be taken out, and I'd have to do the whole scene without them, so that they can, have the background to basically, because they're obviously not the right shapes of the apes. So that was very strange, having to do scenes
Really
without people. I had to do, things like pretend to be dragged and, hugging the air, and very bizarre, and also just talking to some
And
distant bush in the
while I'm hiding
miles
behind
away
the camera,
as an eye line, and then sometimes I'd have to
Yeah.
I'd have to remember the eye lines of the scene, because if Noah was sat and then he stood up and then he walked, I'd have to like time it and remember the timing. It was a logistical nightmare, but I don't know.
Kind
of got used to it. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how you you know, emotionally deal with that. You know, finding real moments in a scene if you're just acting opposite nothing is insane to me. And
what do you hope comes next for this franchise? Could we get a new trilogy?
It would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. We certainly hope so. Hopefully it's a success out there and people like it and want to see more. We certainly got ideas for what's coming next, and we'll see. We'll see. Go see it in theaters and support this thing if you want to see more. More apes on horses.
Now, bend for your king.
Never.